Hello everybody, I'm Storm here, and welcome back to Dragon Age Inquisition. In the last episode, we continued our work in the Emerald Graves. We explored this villa that we found, and were able to take out the leadership of the Freemen of the Dales, so the Freemen should no longer be a significant issue. We'll probably still run in some patches here and there, but they're pretty much done as a threat to Thedas. Or Lay, at the very least. But we're not quite done here yet in the Emerald Graves. We still have some things to do. At the end of the episode, we found a bunch of shards. I went ahead and picked all those up, so that's all taken care of. And a couple of other things kind of caught my eye after the recording. One, this landmark and quest marker here. And also, when I went back to camp just to kind of get some potions and, recover my health, someone there just kind of passively gave me a quest to hunt down a giant bear. So, we have that to deal with. But, for the moment, let's go ahead and let's claim this landmark. Andraste's Light. We have brought Andraste's Light to the Dales. None can deny her truth. In time, all will open their hearts to the Maker. From a sermon given by Sister Amity at the conclusion of the Exalted March of the Dales. Alright, and what, pray tell, is this? A candle for Tristan. 7 years ago, my son Tristan was traveling through the Emerald Graves when bandits set upon him. He died at their hands. Since then, every year on the anniversary of his death, I light a candle for him at the Lion's Pavilion, near where they found him. Now, a band of violent rebels has claimed the forest. They roam up and down the highways, killing as they go. No one will escort me to the pavilion for fear of encountering them. I pray a brave and kind soul will, if they find themselves in the pavilion, remember a mother's lament and light a flame in memory of the fallen. Alright, we can do that. But we have this bear we now need to go deal with. So that is what we are going to do. Elf root. It occurs to me, what level am I? I'm level 20. Okay. We need to think about heading back to Emprise du Lion to finish off the last couple of dragons there. Ah, there's Mr. Bear. And cubs. Okay, this bear. That's a big creature. I thought about using my big artillery strike, but I don't think we're going to need it. Now that was a bear. Alright, what do we have over here for loot? Maybe there's something in the cave? Guess not. Do I actually need to turn that back in? No, I do not. There is a logging stand to our north. We go ahead and grab that. It looks like we have some red templars on the road. They don't even know I'm here. Hi. No, you don't. No, you don't. Send someone come over and help me deal with this thing. Thank you. Oh, nasty little bugger. Pyro fight. Oh, we have another landmark here as well. Andraste's promise. When her chant is spoken from all corners of the world, the Maker will return. We are one day closer to his coming. From a sermon given by Sister Amity at the conclusion of the exalted march of the Dales. Alright, claim that logging stand. And there's something over here. Ah, another landmark. Is another one of these statues? The guide. Historians have been unable to identify the mysterious and cloaked pointing figure in the Emerald Graves. Some believe it a representation of the elven god Falun Din, known as the Friend of the Dead, or the Guide. Others believe it an elaborate elven joke. Its punchline lost of time. Oh, looks like everybody here has level ups. So let's go ahead and deal with those. Varric. Throw everything. It's now or never. Use every ounce of stamina you've got to litter the battlefield with traps. The more stamina you use, the more traps you throw. Or one shot. You now throw only one elemental mine at a time to significantly greater effect. Each throw changes the element of the next mine. Let's do throw everything. Apply. There we go. Cassandra. Fill out your Templar abilities. Spell Purge now deals massive area damage when dispelling barriers and other beneficial effects on enemies. That sounds good to me. An Iron Bull. Torrent of Pain. While Ring of Pain is active, Devour costs less stamina and has a shorter cooldown time, and Dragon Rage costs less of your own health. Ring of Pain now moves to follow you. Let's see. Cost reduction. I guess I'll go with that. Viridium Mine. Proof of Fairbank's nobility. Right. I think we want to head in that direction. Alright. Unless there's... Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. There is something to our south here. It appears to be an astrarium. Alright. Ooh, this looks interesting. First shot. How about that? Constellation Alluvia. Owing primarily to the popular Orlesian tale of the same name, the Constellation Alluvia is commonly referred to as sacrifice. During the Golden Age, folklore told of a young woman saved from a lustful mage by being sent into the sky by her father. After which, the mage killed him, hence the sacrifice. The daughter became the constellation, depicted as a seated woman with her head in the clouds. Prior to this tale, Alluvia was thought to represent Razinkale, the Devinter old god of mystery, and the constellation was the source of many superstitions involving granting of wishes. Alright, we're close enough to this villa. Let's see. Shouldn't be too hard to find.
We should search the area.
Yep, that's exactly my plan. It's inside this building. I think. Varric, looks like you're up. Let's see, a Midwifes Journal. This time-worn diary was found amongst the more valuable items. It is bound in leather and has a solid silver trim, which might be why it was saved. A few entries can still be made out. 16 herring 9-8. This has been the coldest winter I can remember. Even the river is frozen. No one should be out there, not in this blizzard, so you can imagine my surprise when there was a knock at on my gate. A young woman. She's looking for the Fairbanks cottage. I go out. I say to her, nothing fair about this weather, but yes, you are at the right place. She throws back her cloak, and I see she is heavy, less than 2 weeks away. Please help. She is almost in tears. I bring her into the house and sit her by the fire with some tea and slippers. She is young, not more than 20. Her hands are smooth. They have not seen a day of work in her life. Her clothes are travel-stained, but fine. The cloak must be worth at least 50 royals. Beautiful blue, trimmed with fox fur. Her name is Bernice, but she won't say more. Many girls come here not wanting to say who they are. I understand. 25 herring 9-8. Bernice has had the baby. A boy. Healthy. Full head of hair. She named him Evariste. She tried to pay me with a heavy gold locket, a falcon on its face. I asked her what it was. It looks valuable. She says it's her father's and she doesn't care to have it anymore. I tell her she might not, but her son might one day want to know where he's from. 1 Winter March 9-9, a new year. Bernice should be healthy enough to leave, but it is still cold and I just cannot turn her out. I will ask her to stay and be my assistant. I have needed help for a while. My fingers are not as nimble as they used to be. Clever girl. She will make a fine apprentice. Interesting. What else do we have in here? Duhame's notes. The shipments are prepared, and once again the rats from the Watcher's Reach are getting in my way. One woman got far enough into my camp to look in the crates, scrounging for food. No doubt. Sneaky little peasants. Perhaps traps next time. We don't need to open that. There There's something over here. Oh. Let's see. Just north of here, the other outbuilding. Something over here? What do we have? An old painting. An old painting in carved wooden frame. Paint has rubbed off in some places. Carved into the back of the frame. Lord Guiraud Lamarck. The portrait shows the Lord as he must looked over 40 years ago. He bears a striking resemblance to Fairbanks. And one more item over there, which we can fast travel to Argon's Lodge. Alright, what's the quickest way out of here? This way? And what do we have in here? A whole bunch of people on my way. Is it actually outside the building? Oh, it's in here.
Let me try.
Orlays, Heraldry and the Symbolism. This book offers a comprehensive look of the well-known noble bloodlines of Orlais. Of interest are a few lines in the entry on the House of Lamarck. Ami Lamarck established this ancient house in the time of Emperor Cordelis Darken. Sadly, the bloodline ended with Lord Guiraud Lamarck, who disowned his only daughter Bernice. The shield of Lamarck bears a falcon volant on a field of sky blue and gold. The house's motto is, "To the sun on blessed wings." Alright, what's this? The Perendale War. Not many people take the road west into Perendale for the sake of pleasure. Few living things inhabit the rocky countryside save for silver miners, wyverns, and an astoundingly pugnacious breed of mountain goat. In far-off days, the mountains around the city were full of dragons, and perhaps this was what first brought it to the attention of the Pentagast kings. Certainly, it was not the goats. Although the region has belonged to Navarra since the late Blessed Age. Oh, this is a big, long entry. Okay. That's probably good enough for now. Alright, so. Oh, there's actually somebody here we need to give this to. Scribbled notes. Get your men out on the roads and hunt down those Inquisition bastards. We're losing the Emerald Graves. They've forgotten what we're fighting for. Everything we do for our future and for Orlais. Well, they've already lost the Emerald Graves. An unsigned message. Villamorel's taken. Malefont's gone. We're losing our grip. What now? The men are starting to balk, talking about giving up. Oh, Fairbanks is over here now.
I'm standing because of you. I've little
Clara.
but I'll always be grateful.
Good day to you, Inquisitor.
I have found proof.
You were right. Fairbanks is noble by birth. Fairbanks is not even his real name.
Let me see. Évariste Remarque. I knew it from the start. I know just who to give this to. This will be enough to make the council sit up and take notes. I'll send this on as soon as possible. Thank you, Inquisitor.
Alright. Capitalize on alliance with Fairbanks. Operation available.
Inquisitor.
Ah, so we have a new operation to do at the war table. Alright, there is a quest marker to the north, a astrarium to the south, along with some rifts that need closing. Let's go see what this quest marker is. Actually, let me just put a flag on it so I can see where it is. There it is. More Freeman orders. Okay, nothing there. Watcher's Pass. Widow's Woe. My Robert died last week, victim to men who once wore the colors of our beloved Empress. His remains were burned, as our chantry bids, and his last wish was to have his ashes scattered on the plateau that overlooks the Great Wood. But brigands and traitors have taken these woods, and I cannot fulfill his wish. This is as far as I go, but there are good-hearted souls in this world, and I pray the Maker sends just us one who may journey where I cannot. Andraste will look well upon one who hears a widow's plea. Alright, looks like we're going to be carrying somebody's ashes.
Ah, the wilds of Thedas. Lush, beautiful, and full of things that want to eat you.
And this is another one of these. Andraste's strength. Andraste's path was difficult, as was ours, but we did not falter, as she did not, and we will be rewarded just as she was. From a sermon given by Sister Amity at the conclusion of the Exalted March on the Dales. Alright, let's head... let's actually head over here. Let's take care of a couple of rifts. Then we'll head for that astrarium. So I'd like to see what kind of loot I get out of the cave they unlock. Uh-oh, one of those. It's down. We don't have any close enough together. This one. Don't let that thing sit there and do it at once. Alright, close it up. Claim this. White Shadow, I can't believe the large stone statue of a wolf not far off the road. With the calm eyes of the great beast watching over me, I slept like a babe in arms. Journey through the Dales by Lord Horace Medford, Adventurer. Alright. Ooh, another one of those bears. Let's engage. bear makes those bears in the hinterlands look like a house cat. Alright, there's our rift. Nothing too big a deal there. They can be annoying. They're definitely not the worst things we could run into here. Right, demon. Rage demon. Oh, it set me on fire. Oh, that thing. Those things over there. What is hitting me that hard? Yellow ones, no joke. Alright, close it up. Alright, let's head over to this astrarium. And let's see what this looks like. Uh-oh. Okay, actually, this shouldn't be too hard. We start with one of the legs. Come here. Piece of cake. Constellation Ecuador. Referred to as the stallion in common parlance, the Constellation Ecuador has historically been depicted as either a rearing horse or a seated griffin. Some scholars speculated the constellation's original image was that of a hala, which could indicate a deliberate supplantation of the constellation's original representation as Galenane, the elven goddess also known as Mother of the Hala. However, as horses had great significance to early Nero-Menian culture, from which the ancient Imperium descended, this speculation is largely considered unfounded. Right, one other one we need to do. There are people moving around here. Oh, they're...
We've had some luck.
Inquisition soldiers. Alright, so what I think I'm going to do is we're just going to head back to this camp, because we're at the end of the episode here. And we will call it an episode for now. We have a few more things to explore. Well, a bunch more things to explore to the north end of the map. So we'll get to work on that when we come back. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Go ahead, like, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you next time.